Hello, I'm back again with the adventures of the Gazumpers and the Gazoos. If you go down the road, you go past the house with the red door, and then you go past the high stone brick wall. So high, it's higher even than buses. You get to the Valley of the Chimneys. This is where the Gazumpers and the Gazoos live. But not only the Gazumpers and the Gazoos. Duper. Do you remember Duper? The big, fat, ugly rat with bright red eyes. Well, Duper and his evil army of red-eyed rats, they also live in the chimneys. You've got to be careful about them. But some of you have asked me, what do Gazumpers and Gazoos eat? Well, late at night, when all the people have gone home and gone to bed, and it's very dark, the Gazumpers go down to the beach to get food. And one day, Zoots and Tuli, the good Gazumper children that we met in our last story, were asked to go down to the beach to go and get some food with their daddy. They were so excited. Yay! They said, we're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. They sang and they laughed as they ran down the path going towards the beach. Now, what did they get at the beach? Well, Zoots and Tuli got to the beach, and when they were there, they saw some very beautiful shells. Woo! Look at these beautiful shells, Tuli, said Zoots. They look so yummy. Yummy shells? Well, Tuli said, yes. Zoots, let's get them. Then our mommy will crush them into a fine powder. And then she can make some very, very yummy soup. So Zoots and Tuli collected some shells in their bag. And then they saw some seaweed. Oh, said Tuli. Yummy, 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 yay, 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 seaweed. And in the seaweed, there are tiny little pods. Now, for a Gazumper, a tiny little pod of seaweed is very, very special. It's a treat. Because if you take the little pods of the seaweed out and you take them home to your mommy, then your mommy can use it to make ice cream. Whoa, they were so happy about that. So they got some pods. Then they climbed on a rock. And when they climbed on a rock, they saw stuff growing on the rock. That looked so yummy. They scraped the stuff off the rock and they put that in their bag. And that they would take home to their mommy. And their mommy would fry that scraped stuff off the rock for breakfast. Well, Zoots and Tuli were so excited. Oh, we've got so much yummy food. We're so happy. Let's go find our daddy. Daddy, 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 they said. Look at all the yummy food we've got. And Daddy said, well done, Zoots and Tuli. It looks like we're going to have a big feast for the next few days. And he carried on with the other daddies, getting more and more food. Well, that's what the Gazumpers eat. Yuck, is what I think. I think that sounds horrible. Soup made out of crushed shells. Blech. ice cream made out of seaweed doesn't sound nice, but if you are a gazumper, it's very yummy. But what about a gazoo? What do gazoos eat? Well, do you remember the gazoos from our last story? They're very naughty, and actually, they're very lazy as well. You see, going down to the beach and getting food is hard work. And sometimes we have to work hard for the nice things that we get, but not gazoos. They don't want to work hard because they're too lazy. So what they do is they hide in the forest and they wait for the gazumpers to be coming home. And then they chase the gazumpers, and hopefully the gazumpers will drop some food, and then they pick up the food and they take it home to eat. They're so naughty. They are the naughtiest things that you can imagine. Gazoos. Very naughty. Well, on the day that Zoots and Tuli were on the beach, Duper, that very ugly, naughty rat, had put it into the minds of the gazoos that they must collect a lot of food, not just for themselves, but for him. He was very greedy, and Duper didn't think that he should go and make food for himself. He believed that he was Duper, so he didn't have to make food. All he had to do was get the gazoos and the naughty, evil rats to steal food. So there was the gazumpers, Zoots and Tuli and their daddy, working very hard on the beach. And Duper had said to his rats and to the gazoos, "Go down to the beach and steal their food, and then bring it to me." What do you think happened? Well, actually, I'll tell you in the next story. It'll be all about Duper's rats and the gazoos trying to steal the food, and how the gazumpers were saved by Claudius the crab. Can you see him there? He's a very kind crab. And I will tell you a story next time about how Claudius the crab saved the gazumpers' food. Bye.